there was a hidden treasure and there was a chance I could find it, you better believe I was taking that opportunity. And as it happens, I've taken that opportunity over 300 times.
This rich guy in Santa Fe hid a treasure chest in the Rocky Mountains. He wrote a book called The Thrill of the Chase, and there's a poem that you have to solve. From that moment on, it's been like an obsession.
So I hid this treasure chest in the Rocky Mountains, somewhere between Santa Fe and the Canadian border. It's in Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, or New Mexico. And it's there, it's waiting for somebody.
In a period of 6 years, I've searched for Forrest Fenn's treasure over 300 times.
I don't know how long it was that I was in it before I realized, oh, it may never be found. It will probably never be found by me. And will it ever be found by anybody in my lifetime? I do not know. And I know I've thought that way at least probably since 2017 maybe.
I found my first arrowhead when I was 9 years old, and that started me on an expedition that lasted for 80 years. I mean, I'm 89 years old now, so I've been looking for arrowheads for 80 years. I was a professional fishing guide when I was 13 years old, and I was running a tackle shop all by myself. I made flies. I tied catgut leaders in those days before we had nylon, and those were the good old days. I mean, I loved that Yellowstone country. Well, I made bad grades in high school, and there was nothing for me. The Korean War started, and I joined the Air Force on the 6th of September 1950. The war had been going on just a few months. I flew 328 combat missions in 348 days. I was shot down twice, and I lost some buddies over there, and I took battle damage a few times, but I mean, yeah, I did that. I mean, I retired from the Air Force. I turned down a promotion to lieutenant colonel to get out. I lived about 8 miles from the base in Lubbock through cotton fields. And I had a little Volkswagen Bug I was driving, and I got halfway home, and a strange emotion came over me, and I pulled over to the side, and I climbed through a barbed wire fence to get out in this big cotton field, and I walked a couple of 100 yards out in the middle of this big field, and I took my watch off and I threw it just as far as I could throw it. It was a religious experience for me. And then I took my little calendar out of my wallet and I shredded it and spread it to the four winds, and I felt better after that. I told myself, this is part of my life that I'm closing the door. And then I built a gallery in Santa Fe. I survived by traders coming in and consigning things to me or selling me things, and that's how you learn the business. That's how I got all of this stuff. I found this wonderful little treasure chest, cast bronze treasure chest, a couple 100 years old, and I started filling it with wonderful things, 265 gold coins. But it was 1988 that I got cancer, and that's when I got the idea. And I told myself that I've had so much fun over the last 50 or 75 years finding these things. Why not give somebody, if I'm gonna die, why not let somebody else have the same enjoyment that I've had over the years doing this thing? That was one of my motivations.
The chances of me finding this treasure are basically non-existent. But the opportunity to look is amazing.